This is one of those tank fights that has a lot of individual finesse stuff that is extremely, extremely hard to actually deal with.
I don't know about you, but I think it's time for
another one.
Another delicious Red Bull beverage.
Oh, Dad, not another. Boy, this position 3 is really the.
Oh yeah. Can I have one too, please, boss?
That's the spirit. Here you go, man. Take this one.
Thank you. Fantastic.
Ice cold and frosty and refreshing.
Yeah.
Fills you with Zoomer energy.
But they're still going. I mean, and you know that's they're not.
I mean, you can't stop at this point.
They feel it.
They've had multiple pulls where they've got to 5%. It's just they are so close every time.
Yeah, no, they are.
They've died to the same mechanic twice now, though. So I'm wondering. I mean, and then they've just instantly pulled again. So I'm assuming they know how to work around that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. That there's no discussion. I mean, like as far as there's no prolonged discussion, at least. Presumably they're talking about it. I'm just not sure. Yeah, I wish I knew. I really wish I knew. It just feels like I'm missing something.
Yeah, I mean, if it was something hard or something, they would have paused, talked about it, and then done. But since they've just re-pulled, I mean, they're assuming it's just an easy fix, and they're just like, oh yeah, we should have just done this, or maybe it's just something that's like, oh yeah, that's inevitable, it has to happen like that.
Boy, I will say, I wish we had, as a complete tangent again, I wish we had access to Midwinter's kill. I'm very curious, because I mean, they actually last night had the lowest wipe out of any NA guild. We got.
Were they running the triple tank strat the entire time?
Yeah, they in Blood Legion allegedly, you know, I haven't really looked into logs on this. That's just the hearsay. They had this 3 tank strat that they were doing, and apparently Midwinter had a 16% wipe last night, which is extremely impressive. And you know,
what was yours at?
26% or so. And you know, functionally, it's about the same point in the fight. It's right after that third shield gets down, you have a bit of a burn, and then you know you die. But yeah, very cool. They only used 2 tanks. I'm dubious about that claim, because unless you're actually in Midwinter and you're going off of spec detection, we only use 2 tanks too. WoW Progress says I was right, you know, and obviously not. But you may be right. I mean, I'm not in the guild. I don't have direct competition or anything. Direct confirmation. So I don't know. Hopefully somebody in Midwinter or somebody who knows somebody in Midwinter gets out of this.
They're looking super healthy. Just proceeding through the boss.
Oh yeah, they always look healthy at this point.
Yeah, no, I mean it's really night and day. Adding that 5th healer, I think, was a good move, and that's like, you know, I think that is a very good choice. Like, I think that it's hard to make a decision like that at a certain point.
Do you think Method just comes in tomorrow, just does 5 healers, and just whips this boss, like, pretty quickly?
I don't think they yop it, but I think they kill it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, the thing is that at the end of the day, we have a good comp for this. Like, you're seeing a good combat play. A good comp with, like, on and off play. We've had some very good gameplay tonight and some very kind of like hit or miss, because obviously, you know, the past like hour and a half it's like been kind of just like every moment spent after that any pull could be the kill is like wasted time. Like, you know everything you need to do, you just need to execute. And so like this time is kind of just like you chalk it up to like not super great.
You're doing the caster thing now. Need to execute.
I mean, it is true, because I mean, it's like, you know, I think casters tend to say it a lot earlier than it's actually true, but at this point it's like,
oh yeah, they definitely just have the strat down.
I will say, like, I mean, you know, I started to talk about this, I really like the decision to put in the extra Holy Paladin.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is a great decision, and I think it's a hard decision to make. You're very deep into this boss. Do you want to change comp? And the answer is like, nah, dude, we gotta go, we just hammer it, we'll get it.
Yeah.
But the Holy Paladin is such a safe decision to look at it and be like, okay, what does this cost us? What is this actual decision breakdown? What is the value of bringing a Holy Paladin? What is the value of this DPS? And like, they saw, I think, what is the correct decision, you know, just 5 heal it.
There's a very noticeable difference on that chunk of health bars. This on the very first pull that they added that valley.
So this is not great, but this is what I was talking about, right? So they got these full health adds, and they can just carry them down the stairs, and I think this actually works out, like, decently. Now, if they had 4 healers, I would say this is, like, nightmare fuel. But because they have 5 healers, they're kind of just able to sustain the HPS required to deal with this, and they're gonna kind of just shrug it off. And this is kind of what I was talking about. Like this ad set is the cost of them 5 healing. This is an extra ad set. They would have skipped it with 4 healing. And what does this cost them?
This is the con. Yeah.
They're gonna have CDs up.
I mean,
Slightly earlier.
If they don't kill these ads quickly, they can potentially have 6 ads up.
It does, but they're in Lust. Or sorry, they're not in Lust. They're going to be in CDs.
Yeah.
They're going to be in CDs. Yeah. Sorry, is what I meant. So they've got like CDs coming up like that. Like you'll just see. I mean, like look at their health bars. They're just like jumping downwards. Like they'll have some absolutely ripper ignites on them. Dude, look at the boy up there. I don't know if that's Realist. That's Will. Good looking guy with a goatee. That guy is ripping those ads right now. Absolutely obscene that he's topping the meters with the Warrior by a lot, by an actual leap.
Damn, dude, he's pumping right now.
Yeah.
Do they have battle reses?
And you see, dude, like they're
I don't think anyone's died yet.
No,
That's
yeah. This is
this actually could be it.
Valoris just tapped on the table,
this
guys.
Is the
you know
good
what that
shit.
means.
Yeah, dude.
That means we're gonna need some
this
pug,
cross to get limit across. Absolutely.
Some of that good stuff in
Darky
chat.
gets blapped. They have a res. And the thing is, this would be horrific, but they have a res, and monks can AoE taunt. So they drop statue, AoE taunt, the other tank taunts the boss out, and look at that, separated. No other tank could do that.
Hopefully the taunt doesn't
do
whatever
they
did.
They did it. They already did it flawlessly. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Beautiful. Flawless, stunning.
Yeah.
There'll be no gachi-based claps from
I like Gordon Ramsay videos.
Yeah.
So 20% now.
Flawless.
I mean, it does kind of go down slowly because of this 5 healer composition. Oh, and there is our first death.
That's death too, right? They don't have a res. Oh no, they have one more res.
They have
one
two
more res.
battle
Yeah,
reses.
there we go.
Mage too,
Well,
getting the
one
mage
now.
back up.
Henry back up to Yop, and you see they're about to be at that 7-minute mark, which is where everybody's 2 minutes should be back up. His wings. Oh wait, no, they pushed really slowly. His wings is in 15. Looks like.
Wings in 30.
30. I can't read, dude. I got the boomer eyes.
Yeah, his wings is in 30 seconds. I mean, another 30, and I'm assuming that means they're going to have another brute coming up on this phase.
Yeah, so that next brute should be spawning right after this dance.
That's the spicy
They've got the Zootroids, yeah, and so this is the taunt swap that we've seen be botched a few times.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to the bottom of that.
Pools.
That's your second brute, dude. That's the one that makes you nervous. So we are in the danger zone. Boss is at 12%, which is much.
Now you make the decision. Do you kill the brute or do you force the boss?
No. The decision is you kill the boss.
Yeah. Okay. You definitely kill the boss.
Yeah.
You have enough
One's
execute.
in the chat.
You have,
you think this is it?
Yeah, this definitely could be it. They have
one's in the chat.
6 executes. They have the 4 mages, 2 warriors.
Dude, I'm screen looking.
Oh, this might be a section, but this is it.
This is it. 6%.
Okay, here's the
They're going down. Everyone is alive.
Swap.
We did it.
Oh,
they
did a very good swap.
That's
as
the
well.
swap.
More chat
I see
spam,
what they were
quickly.
trying to do.
Oh, but the Zootroids are on top of the boss now, so he's taking reduced damage.
They're still full. They're looking really
good.
They're
looking really good before you turn around.
They've got the
2%.
They've got the Nori Pal just died. They still have 4
here.
healers.
This is it.
Oh, rest
hell
in pepperoni,
yes.
Mr.
There
Jellyfish.
we go, dude.
They've done it.
We love to
winner,
see
winner,
that.
chicken dinner.
And you hear THD
Limit
giving the yell. Absolutely.
Is now 5 of 8.
They are.
Putting the world first up there, dude. And this is a huge boss.
Can we get some E-claps?
We got a drinking pod,
boys.
yeah, absolutely.
E-claps in the chat, guys. These guys putting in that work tonight, man.
This is a huge boss, dude. Getting those ink pods out is a huge, huge deal. On the Ashvane kill, these heroic trinkets, one of them crit and did 2.9 million damage as soon as the boss dropped below 30%. And this is the Mythic one. For those of you not familiar, it procs, it stacks up, and as soon as the boss hits below 30%, it immediately does all of its damage and deletes it. This is going to be an execute heavy tier. Every boss from here on out, Queen's Court,
I feel like everyone's been saying that.
Queen's Court,
every boss on here,
here's the thing.
But then everything's been tuned.
Queen's Court could be a hard fight. The problem is how scripted the encounter is in terms of like what threatens
decrees
you.
And stuff. And
the decrees are just set. That said, they could definitely make a mess here. And they could randomize the decrees. They could change the order of the decrees to be less predictable.
I mean, they could make standalone just do a lot of damage. Or they could just make
standalone.
Any of them do a lot of damage.
Kind of. It could be a boss. It could definitely be a boss. We'll see, though. I guess we'll find out extremely shortly. Boy, what an exciting time to be alive.
What an exciting. I'm so happy for these guys. They've been pumping all night. They deserve it. They can rest. with a full heart,
Do you think they will Do you think they'll just continue raiding a little bit, or do you think they're just
going
to call it a day?
I mean, you know, it's hard to say. I'm not Max. Max will make that decision, but I think the wise thing to do in this situation, we've got the trash skips down pat, as you've seen in our heroic splits. I think the decision that they want to make at this
Test
point.
The boss.
Yeah, you go in, dude, because you never know what surprises are going to be there, and that's for two people. That's for you. That's so you can get a feel for the damage. You know, go in and it's like, oh, well, our tank almost just died, you know, on the first taunt swap on Queen's Court. Maybe this is going to be a real doozy. Like, you know, you get the juices flowing on how it's going to be, and that's for Blizzard. Because, dude, you never know when you're in this world for a situation. You walk into a boss, dude, and it could be a mess. Shit could just be broken. And by the time these guys wake up, like, Blizzard will have started their workday, and that's something that they could really address.